1,700,000 years ago. This number is so vast that it almost loses its meaning. It is a gulf of time that is difficult for the human mind to truly comprehend. If you were to stack one sheet of paper for each year, the pile would tower over the tallest skyscrapers on Earth. The Great Pyramids of Egypt are mere youngsters in this immense timeline. This was a world without cities, without farms, without writing, without pottery. And yet, it was not an empty world. It was walked upon by our own distant relatives. A world that holds the very first chapters of the human story. The people who lived in this ancient time are known to us as Homo erectus. This name, meaning upright man. The world of Homo erectus was a planet experiencing great fluctuations, a period we call the Pleistocene. Great sheets of ice advanced and retreated from the poles, locking up and releasing vast quantities of water. Sea levels rose and fell dramatically over thousands of years, creating land bridges now hidden beneath the waves. The climate was not stable. It shifted between wetter periods, when forests might expand, and drier, cooler periods, when grasslands spread across continents. These were the landscapes that shaped our ancestors. Imagine standing in the Great Rift Valley of Africa. You would see open plains to the horizon, dotted with acacia trees and thorny bushes. The grass, tall enough to conceal predator and prey. Ancient elephants, giant horned buffalo, even three-toed horses roamed. Their movements followed the seasons and the search for water. The lives of our ancient relatives revolved around a single, relentless pursuit, finding enough food to eat. They were hunter-gatherers. Their diet was varied and opportunistic. Much energy went into foraging: roots, tubers, berries, nuts, and seeds. Botanical knowledge was encyclopedic, passed across generations. But to fuel growing brains, they needed the high energy of meat and marrow. They likely hunted modest prey, tortoises, lizards, birds, small antelopes, using wooden spears or thrown stones. In a world of giant predators, leftovers were opportunities. With sharp flakes, they cut meat quickly and broke bones to reach rich marrow. It was risky, requiring courage, speed, and teamwork. Food returned to a home base to be shared. Sharing strengthened bonds and created a safety net. This simple act of sharing was a cornerstone of cooperation. It helped our ancestors thrive. The most important objects in the world of Homo erectus were made of stone, carefully chosen and skillfully crafted. By striking a core, they produced razor-sharp flakes, the first knives. These tools sliced hides and butchered meat with remarkable efficiency. Around 1.7 million years ago, a new tool appeared: the Acheulean hand axe. Teardrop-shaped, symmetrical, worked on both sides. A sharp edge all around its perimeter. Its creation required planning, foresight, and precise actions. A multi-purpose tool: knife, scraper, and digging pick. So successful, it persisted for over 1 million years, spreading from Africa to Eurasia. The Swiss Army knife of the Stone Age. Fire was first a natural phenomenon, lightning sparked and fleeting. The first step was learning to capture it, keep it alive, and use it. A smoldering branch was an object of immense value. Fire gave warmth, safety, and transformed diet and digestion. Homo erectus did not face their world alone. They lived in small, cooperative groups, perhaps 20 to 30 individuals. Safety in numbers and shared work to find food and defend the vulnerable. Caring for children was a communal responsibility. Mothers needed support. Siblings, aunts, and grandmothers helped carry, protect, and feed the young. A longer childhood let brains grow and skills be learned by imitation. Healed injuries show individuals lived months or years beyond trauma, impossible without help. Others brought food, protected them, and tended wounds. This is compassion, written in bone. Within the group, knowledge flowed: tools, plants, water, and wisdom. The group was the crucible where our social intelligence and human nature were forged. Homo erectus was a species on the move. Their bodies were built for it. Long legs, an arched foot, and a powerful gait. They were capable of long-distance walking and running. Mobility became the engine of a great expansion. For the first time, a hominin walked out of Africa to populate the wider world. Not a single trek, but a slow, generational spread. By 1.7 million years ago, they lived in Kenya, Ethiopia, the Caucasus, and East Asia. They tracked coastlines, river valleys, and migrating animals. Each new environment brought challenges and opportunities. No single cause. Growth, shifting climates, and resources all played roles. Isolation drove regional differences in bodies and toolkits. Unlike most large mammals, our ancestors proved they could survive almost anywhere. The day begins with the soft, cool light of dawn. A child wakes and nudges its mother. There are no schedules, only the rhythms of the sun and the stomach. They move to water, careful in the dangerous morning. An older male scans the horizon. As the sun climbs, the group divides. A small party follows a herd, hoping to find a vulnerable animal. Others forage, moving slowly, eyes trained on the ground. Simple sticks bring up nutritious roots, berries and birds' eggs, every edible item a small victory. At midday, they rest beneath a tree and eat. A cobble meets a hammerstone, sharp glass-like flakes pop free. This is their school, survival, the only subject. The hunters have no luck today. The group reconvenes and shares what they have. A small circle of firelight brings fragile security and family. Our knowledge of this incredibly distant past is built upon rare and precious evidence. The most direct clues are fossil remains of Homo erectus. A fragment of skull, a thigh bone, even a single tooth can reveal a wealth of information. From height and posture to how they walked and the size of their brain. Chemistry in teeth hints at diet. Equally important are the millions of stone tools they left behind. Location, design, and stone sources tell a story of behavior and skill. Tools with cut-marked bones are powerful proof of butchery. Context is everything. Stratified sediments record time. Radioactive elements in ash decay at known rates, letting us date layers precisely. Pollen and animal bones help rebuild ancient forests, grasslands, and communities. Piece by piece, a picture emerges, sometimes confirming, sometimes overturning what we thought we knew. Why should we care about people who lived nearly 2 million years ago? Because their story is our story. They are the deep roots of the human family tree. Their choices, skills, and challenges set our evolutionary path. Their determined walk made the planet a human world. Sharing around a fire was the beginning of culture. In our complex world, their needs remain our needs: food, water, shelter, safety, companionship. Their empathy and altruism echo in us today. Our bodies and minds still carry traces of that life. Understanding our deep past helps us understand ourselves. It connects us to a chain of generations nearly beyond imagination. We are the inheritors of their legacy, the keepers of a fire first captured an eternity ago.